Let's get to a few emails here. rad@radradio.com. First one is from Christina.
Hi, Christina.
Says, I know that Greg from trainwithmap.com is on today. I wanted to sing his praise. I have been doing his 6-week challenge. I am down 17 pounds so far.
Oh, my God.
Thank you for coming back so I can watch you while I work out. And thank you, Greg, for being my accountability, motivation, and biggest supporter. Now, you always claim, Greg is actually here.
Good morning.
Wow.
That you know every emailer. I don't know how long you can keep this up. Do you know who that is?
I have a few Christinas, but I actually think that is the Christina that Dawn and I both know.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's hard because everyone's losing so much weight. I'm losing track of the numbers.
And I'm not going to use her last name.
Of course.
But I have a Christine in my life too, so shut up. We got this from
She
Danielle.
does not even have 17 pounds to lose. She has no weight to lose.
Every possible response to that is going to be disgustingly dirty, and I'm not going to do that. Danielle. You know Danielle? Do you know Danielle?
Which one?
Says I started the 6-week program 5 weeks ago with Greg and his trainers.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know yet.
She comes to the gym. Yep.
This challenge has laid down the framework to continue my health and wellness journey long beyond the 6-week time frame while providing all the skills needed to thrive. I'm basically at a 10-pound weight loss with more significant body fat percentage loss.
Oh, my God.
I feel stronger than ever before.
Oh, that's important.
If you don't know her yet, you're about to. There have been lots of laughs and tears. Yes, I have cried in Greg's office. Lord help me.
Oh. Yeah, right at 4 a.m. I know exactly who it is.
What was she crying about?
It's a hard journey, man. A lot of people go back and forth, and it can get really stressful when they think one thing's throwing them off or they hit a plateau. But, just having that conversation to stay diligent and stick to the plan, and lo and behold, 10 pounds down.
What do you do? How do you handle it? How do you handle somebody who's crying in your office?
You take a deep breath. You got to feel for who the person is and what's causing them to be upset. And usually it's something really simple. They just need to hear it from an outside source.
Have you ever struggled?
Of course.
Because you're very fit. You've been a professional athlete. You're a trainer. You're a nutritionist. You're all these things. You've struggled?
Absolutely. A triggering factor for me was a picture that I saw back in 2012. I was at the peak of my paintball career where I was, really becoming a name in the industry, and I was known as the fitness guy, and I was walking around with a beer belly. I was in college. I was having fun. I was still healthy and athletic, but I did not look the part, and it was tough to see that and realize that, I'm not doing everything that I preach.
Did you just say you were in college in 2012?
Yes.
Jesus, God. I mean, I knew he looked young, but my Lord.
I've lived a lot of life, though.
He could be our son.
Thanks, Mom. I'm 33.
He's a
Oh my
year older than I
God.
am.
He's
Isn't that
the-
crazy?
He's the age of some of my nieces. So
Well,
he's a nephew.
What's crazy, Kyle, is how much more mature he is.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing, because when I first met Greg, I was like, hey, how old are you? And he was like, oh, I'm 32 at the time, because this was last year. And I was like, oh. Like, you own a business and you're a father, and I'm over here telling jokes on the radio. Okay, cool.
Greg's maturity level, even though they're the same, similar in age, he and Kyle, your maturity level is like you could be his father.
Greg, sometimes he gives me talks like he is my father.
Yeah, I was wondering where you've been, man.
I was in Pismo for 3 weeks. If you check, I've been doing exercises. I still have been doing my workouts.
Okay.
You got called out.
Yeah, I'm still sore from my workouts. I was in this morning at 2:30, because I woke up at 1:30.
All right. Okay.
You said something the other, Greg, that I was like, oh my God, yeah, that would be stressful because when you said you weren't unhealthy, but you didn't look the part. And yeah, we placed that. I know I have my whole life. I'm like, I'm not going to train with you, right? Because we want you to look a certain way.
Right.
But it doesn't always equate. Well, the person could still be healthy, but we do, though. We put that on you guys, so I could see why you were like, oh my God. I'm not looking the part. Yeah.
Danielle goes on to say, I won't lie, this has been the most challenging thing I have ever done. I woke up today realizing that this challenge goes beyond my physical health, waist size, and number on the scale. The biggest difference has been something I can't see. It's getting my mind stronger and way more resilient than ever before. I'm working out twice a day, and I did choose to go on a calorie cut on top of the general program mapped out for this challenge because my main goal was weight loss. I've slipped a little, including this past weekend, but the biggest difference is that when I do fall down, the MAP community is there to catch me, and I get back up to keep going while pushing harder than I have ever pushed before. In the past, as soon as I slipped, I quit. Then maybe a few months later, I'd try again, and the cycle would repeat itself. I'm so grateful for everything this challenge has given me, and for Rad for introducing such an amazing person like Greg, in which us maggots can all fully trust with our health. I look forward to continue my journey after the challenge is over, being a die-hard, trained with MAP advocate and loyal member.
That's so awesome. Yeah, Danielle's amazing. She's one of our 4 a.m. crew workout people. So she's been crushing it, even though she slept in this morning. We'll see her tomorrow for the next one.
By the way,
Yeah, see?
Valerie just wrote in and said, "Woohoo, Danielle, we are the 4 a.m. crew."
Aw.
Firecracker.
That's exactly what she said.
Yep.
So we scheduled this intentionally for our very first show of the new year, because this is New Year's resolution time, and
Oh, Lord.
what, half of the people who decided to work out more and eat better and drink less, they've already given up. But we
No,
wanted
it's
you.
dry January.
Yeah, totally.
Oh.
We wanted you on to encourage them not to tell them how not to do that, etc., and keep them going, because you, every time you're on, you advocate, hey, it's okay to live a little, but you want to really feel better, you want to get better. If you need that, I'm here, and that's why we wanted you on today. That, and the fact that you fill a ton of time. I didn't know when we scheduled this that I would be so unprepared for today, but I'm so glad. Usually if we had a guest on the first show of the year, I'd be like, oh, what am I thinking? I've got so much content. I saw on the calendar that you were on today. I was like, oh, thank God. Oh, Greg will kill an entire segment.
Or
So,
you would have actually got a phone call maybe this
Yeah.
morning. Can you come in?
get your ass in here. All right, so
Happy to help.
what do you tell people who because we talk about this all the time, that you got to be ready, and I'm not a believer in New Year's resolutions, but I know a lot of people make them and then they try to stick to them. So what do you tell them? But today, they're 9 days into the year, they're like, I'm done. Like, you're already calling out Danielle for not. I mean, what do you tell people who are like, nope, can't do it?
I would tell those people that they pulled too many of their favorite things out of their life all at once and didn't put anything in. You can't just keep pulling things out of your life and expect you to stick to it, right? You pull all of your favorite breads and your favorite drinks all at once, you are going to be miserable. Any of us would. You need to start with one step at a time. We can help you do that if you need the help. Obviously, we're happy to do it. But if you're just doing something on your own, rather than going from no days a week to 5 days a week in the gym, and from all the carbs to no carbs, like, your body is not going to enjoy that. You're going to mentally freak out. Just one step at a time. You'll get back on track.
All right, so I have a personal question, because it seems like you are an advocate of everything in moderation,
Absolutely.
which I agree with, except alcohol. However, as the beneficiary of just a plethora of citrus trees, is there too many oranges I can eat in a day? Because we have finally, not we, our arborist, we have gotten our orange tree just like dialed, and these are the best oranges I've ever had. I'm eating like 6 oranges a day. Is that too many?
It's not necessarily too many. It is a lot of sugar, given fruit sugar is going to be way better for you and easier on your system than, let's say, a candy sugar. But my suggestion would be to just pair those with other foods. Eating sugar by itself can have a really crazy blood effect, which causes fat storage. If you just eat those oranges with a protein salad or a sandwich, then it's going to start to slow down those reactions.
But that sounds so disgusting.
Real food does?
But I'm like eating like eating orange with a chicken breast. That sounds so gross to me.
Orange chicken, bro.
No, I know. No, I know that's a thing. But so really, so I have to eat. You're suggesting I eat protein while I'm eating the orange.
Or close to it. You just don't want to eat sugar by itself 6 times a day, right? So if you're going to have an orange for a snack, maybe the next time you have one, eat it sometime around your lunch. So there's different combinations you could do, like a mandarin salad, or you could blend it into a smoothie with Greek yogurt. There's lots of options. They don't necessarily have to be like, put a raw orange on a chicken.
Did you hear what he didn't mention? It wasn't like orange slices in an alcoholic drink.
I honestly don't care that he didn't mention that, because there's always Tahoe Blue vodka on the side. Does that count?
Oh man.
No, but I understand the struggle, because after training Matt, all of a sudden I have Tahoe Blue in my house. And
Uh-huh.
It's getting tougher.
Yeah.
I bet. Barbie wrote in. Okay, so we've got the Maptrition product. So you go to radradio.com, you go to the Stupid Store.
Superstore.
If you click on Maptrition, we've got all of Greg's amazing products, including Kyle's favorite, the Smasher.
Yes.
Here's an interesting question. Why is the Smasher pre-workout make me have to go number 1 so much?
So any kind of caffeine is a natural diuretic. So that's just bound to happen, especially if you're well hydrated. And it's actually can induce the fight or flight response just because caffeine produces adrenaline. So that could be contributing it too, especially if you are using it as a pre-workout.
Okay, so it can activate it. I thought it was just because you work out, you're moving your body, you got stuff moving around in your guts and everything, and it's pushing stuff out.
Something like that. Everything is moving faster.
I can't remember if I mentioned this the last time you were here, but someone that trains with you had emailed in and said that they use your protein powder. I think maybe the cinnamon one, because that's the one I have. They put it in a scoop in their coffee, and it sounded disgusting. But I'm like, I gotta try that. And I can't remember if I said it's a game changer.
Really?
You
No,
told me. You told me off the air. I think that's what it was. Yeah.
I honestly thought I'm gonna have to add maybe a little milk or cream or something else because I'm that person with coffee. So I just put a scoop in, and it's like I did something bad. It's like I went to Starbucks and ordered a coffee drink. That's how
Yes.
friggin' good it is. Like, you don't need anything else. It's weird. It's really weird. And it works.
Brianna wrote in and says, I love Greg and his team. I signed up for the $25 a week meal planning, and Erica got back with a great meal plan and worked with me to refine it. Unfortunately, I'm probably the worst client, as I have signed up with Greg 3 times now. And I can't seem to stay focused. I really hope one day to finally be able to put my focus in this. Thank you so much, Greg.
Brianna's trying really hard. She does have a lot of things in her way, but her situation is continuously improved each time. So she's just working with what she has. What we really want to get to is she's focused on one thing, like just nutrition or just fitness or just the accountability. We really need to start looping those all into one when she's ready for it.
Who is this Erica person?
Erica. So I think she means Aaron. It's one of my trainers on the app. So we actually have a team of about 6 of us that are working with all of the different meal plans and different members at MAP now.
We also got this note from Phil. Says, I just wanted to check in about my progress with Train with MAP. I am just under 6 months in, and I am down 84 pounds.
Good for you.
Damn, son.
And
Good
could
for
not be
you.
happier. I have not been this weight since high school. I'm 31 years old now. Not only have I lost weight, I feel so much better with everything I do, mentally and physically. If anyone is doubting Greg's system, I am living proof that it works. I love the program. It's not just a diet that can make you lose weight. He helps you fully change your lifestyle. So any weight you lose or strength you gain isn't just a temporary fix. I have learned so much with Greg throughout my journey. It is priceless. I can't thank you enough for introducing me to the program, and a huge thank you to Greg and his team for providing a service that has changed my life tremendously. Oh, and by the way, Greg, Hunter is doing great with my program since he has taken over.
Another one of my trainers that's helping with the meal plan. So actually a few of the trainers are actually dietitians now. So they're actually supposed to be smarter than me. I don't know yet. But that's so awesome because Phil has been crushing it for a long time. And now I believe it's his wife, not his girlfriend, and his mom have joined the program, and they're both seeing outstanding results as well.
So lots of people are mentioning the 6-week program thing. Are we doing another one of these?
Of course we are.
All right. What's the deal? When is it? How's it happening?
You got to hear the new name. You ready?
Okay.
So last time we did Mission Slim Possible, and this time we're doing
yeah. You get it. Mission Slim Possible. Right.
Okay.
well, now it's 6 weeks of 2020 me.
Oh.
But oh, okay.
Like 2020 me.
Man, I thought he was going to be quicker on
It's
that.
2023.
Right.
Yeah.
2020 me.
Because I have a personal PTSD issue with 2020.
Oh,
So when I hear 2020, I just immediately
Okay.
like recoil in disgust. But okay.
Please hold off. We're going to rename it.
All right, no, got it.
No, it's
I love it. 2020 me. I love it.
it's
All right. What is the challenge?
don't name things at 4 a.m. Got it. So the challenge is absolutely awesome. So this time we actually have the manpower. You actually heard about some of our trainers.
Whoa. No woman power?
I mean,
I
Aaron,
mean, it's 2023.
It's okay.
Is it
Say
though?
manpower.
Okay.
we have the person power. Just don't get me in trouble. We have a bunch of superheroes that love to train people, both online and in person. So with the 6-week program, not to be named, we are running We are running it in dual formats this time. So we have a 6-week challenge fully remote online and a 6-week challenge in-house at our Roseville facility. They both run exactly the same way, just one is remote, one is in-house. The way it works is you can earn the program for free. So when you sign up, it's going again.
What is wrong with you? Are you trying to make money or not?
Well, here's the thing. I have a strategy, and it took a lot of strategy. So this is exactly what happens. I help someone like Phil, who decides to do a 6-week challenge, loses 80 pounds working with me because he decides he loves me, signs up for the program anyway, and then his entire family gets jealous and signs up. That's how I run a business. So I don't mind giving away 6 weeks for free because we're awesome. And I know we're going to win. So
That's so great.
I know. It is.
That's so great.
just blind confidence, and it's working. So the 6-week challenge is awesome. You earn it for free. All you have to do is follow the accountability. We're going to help you on a daily basis through the app. You will have at least 3 workouts a week, whether it's remote or in person with us. You'll have a direct coach. You'll have a direct line to me through the messenger, and literally everything that you need to be successful as far as nutrition, fitness, and of course, accountability.
So you've got how many spots because there's 2 different spots, right? There's the remote and there's the in-person thing.
Yes. So we have a team for each. I can do 16 online and 16 in person.
And the online, they can be anywhere. They can be in Northern Nevada. They can be in Texas, Florida, because we're all over the place. And they can be anywhere.
Anywhere. International does not matter.
Okay.
Amazing.
And where do they sign up?
trainwithmap.com/rad radio.
By the way, I do have to mention, because I totally biffed this an hour ago, and Brandon's going to beat me up because he's all buff now. Thanks to Greg. We are at the top of the hour when we're done with Greg. We're doing the Dogwoods Resort Canine Cam
Oh, the little puppy.
on Rad TV at members.radradio.com. Is this the live version?
This is the live version. We've
Okay.
got Walter, my dog, my hound, and Kyle's dog, Marla.
All right. So that's coming up top of the hour at members.radradio.com. So you can go to trainwithmap.com/radradio, sign up for the 2020 Me challenge. So they pay now and they get their money back if they complete the challenge? Is that how that works? Or how does that work exactly?
Right. So they go through the whole challenge and then we credit the money back. And I mean, of course, the plan and the hope is that they're like, oh, wow, I lost all this weight. I did such a good job. Let's continue with MAP. And we just credit it back to them towards a membership.
Well, and they also probably figure out you're a unicorn in the industry because you really do care and you want to change a life and not a plan they're going to get off of and they don't know what the hell to do because they're adopting a lifestyle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Steven wrote in, says, Rob, I did the 6-week program. I lost 5.3% of body fat. It has been awesome.
Awesome.
And so much my wife noticed the difference, so now she has joined me and the 4 a.m. crew.
Nice.
You and your program and the community that it has created is awesome. It is for those of us that are ignorant, is that 5.3% body fat? Is that enormous? Is that normal? What is that?
It's really good for 6 weeks. To drop a lot of weight really quickly, like any of those random shake diets or nutrition, super calorie restrictive diets, what they do is they lose weight, most often coming from water and muscle mass, because your body will ditch muscle mass very, very quickly. So to lose any amount of poundage and extreme body fat percentage, so 5 or more, is really good, especially in a short time.
So I remember back in the 90s when I cared and I was working out a lot, the body fat was a big thing. How do you measure that?
So we use a handheld Omicron, which is it's the most accurate body measurement you can get in a handheld. And what it does is it sends a signal through your body where muscle and water are very conductive, fat is not. So in the time it takes to get back to the register tells you how much body fat percentage you have.
We got this note from no name. Said, Blue is the person's
Oh, hey,
name.
Blue.
I've been on a low-carb diet for about a year. I've lost 40 pounds. The problem is I lost it in my arms and legs. How do you target belly fat on a 62-year-old old guy? By the way, I hate to work out, but I don't mind starving. Okay, there's some challenges.
Yeah, so I'm going to break his heart. I always love to give alternatives, but honestly, it's going to come down to strength training. By cutting carbs, you are losing a lot of volume in the muscles, which is probably why you're seeing it in the legs and arms. It also sounds like you might be doing some walking or some form of cardio, so your body's not maintaining a lot of muscle mass. But especially over 30 years old, strength training is really what's going to start taking off the belly fat.
By the way, phone number is 888-989-9811. You want to talk to Greg? We got this note from O'Brien. I know.
Damn it.
Says, I would be one of those people who started working out this New Year's. Now, this isn't a resolution. This is a continuation.
I already know who it is.
I spent the last 3 months of 2022, losing weight and eating better, I lost 15 pounds. While I am not using Greg's program because my daughter needed braces and my car needed a transmission,
Ooh, oh God, that's pricey.
I am using my wife's workout program because I am lazy.
What?
Hey, man, I just read these things. My one bit of advice to the other guy who's going to try doing this, don't use the same weight the cute, skinny lady on YouTube is using. You will die. I thought I used to bench 225 pounds. Sure, that was 20 years ago, so I can easily do the 40-pound dumbbells for chest press. Wrong. I had to do 15-pound weight. Okay, so I
Wow,
think...
this is a Brian for sure.
Yeah, I think
Oh
he's
my God.
trying to
What the
profess,
hell's
right,
happening?
that you have to work within your limitations. Maybe that you have to remember that you're not 25 years old anymore. If you're whatever age
We
he
need
is.
someone like Greg to guide you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always get a little concerned when people start using their high school age, weight, height as like a reference when they're, over 30 years old. I'm like, we need a new bar, sometime after high school.
Well, and it's also really nice when your videos, when you do an exercise on your plan and you show how to properly do form. I find that usually when you do the form incorrectly, you get injured pretty quickly. So it's really nice, and that kind of helps to know your weight and know exactly how to do the exercise.
So I feel like you're talking specifically and not exclusively though to men, because we all live in high school or college, wherever we stopped, right?
You
wherever
do.
we
Yeah.
retired from sports or whatever it was,
God.
right? That's where we want to use that as a bar. And you're saying no, don't use that.
It never fails. I'll have an
man.
adult, I don't want to say old, I'll say older than I am, come in and be like, yeah, when I played football. I'm like, you didn't go to college. When did you play football? Like I understand where your strength training is coming from, but let's not use that as a benchmark. But you know what? I'm in there, I wouldn't say yelling. I'm in there having stern conversations with the ladies about using heavier weights because they fear it's going to make them bigger, and that is just not the case. So really, I just stopped asking and started switching the weights out on them.
I remember when my husband, who played football but also played a lot of baseball in high school, and he and his buddies, and they were mid-30s. This was, God, a long time ago, but I do remember he's like, oh yeah, we got a team together. I'm like, oh, and they're all thinking about. It's like I think they thought when they hit the field it was going to be just like high school. Fast forward a few weeks, I hear that some of his friends' boys are showing up to run for them. They'll hit the ball.
Yep. Pinch runners. Right. We'll hit the ball.
The shoulder injury and the
Right.
knee injury from baseball that many years ago.
You do the running. What's wrong with that? Shut up.
I mean,
This is from Brandy. Says, I just want to take this opportunity to express my amazement and appreciation for Greg and his entire team at MAP Training. I was a part of the original Maggots 6 weeks program last spring. God, have we been doing this that long? And the current special program. I have a background in nutrition and fitness, but I also have brain injuries with memory loss. So I still need guidance to help me with things I've lost. Greg's amazing. He recognizes my experience while still improving it. I have a lot of medical and health issues that would be a major challenge for most trainers and most nutritionists, and would honestly not trust most others outside of the medical field to assist me. Greg's amazing. He is quick to check in with me, adapt to new changes to my health as they happen, and keeps me motivated. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I will be making a journey video for my chronic disability support and awareness social media channels once I have finished this current program.
oh my God.
That's amazing. Yeah. Brandy, again, she's just one of those people that she is going through a lot. She's had a lot of struggles, and part of her condition actually puts her in a wheelchair periodically, right? So we just rewrote all of her workouts for being able to sit down and push pull. So yeah, she just keeps trekking.
Because people always call in or write in when you're on, and they always throw you some type of, well, can you do this? Can you help me this? I have this, and you always say yes. Have you ever come across somebody where you go, nope, can't help you?
So I will say, this is a joke with my wife. I go home and I'm like, I swear their goal was to get me to say I don't know. I'm not going to do it. But no, I've never looked at someone and be like, no, I can't help you. But I have said I'm probably not your best option before, where, it is something more severe, or it is more of a mental situation than it is a physical situation when it comes to resistance.
Right here.
So,
mental.
right, but we work through it. It's a little bit different,
you're
but
amazing.
there's
Yeah,
there's
look at
a
that.
few stages, right? Perfect example. I had a dad reach out to me, and he has a 5-year-old that's literally breaking into the cabinets to eat, breaking through
Oh
locks.
God.
Oh my god! Oh no!
And at 5 years old, your metabolism is off the charts. You could eat 5,000 calories and it's not going to be a problem. But that's a little outside of my scope, I really felt. So he was the first person in recent years that I've said, hey, this probably isn't me that you need. This is something else. So
Phone number is 888-989-9011 with Greg from trainwithmap.com. Hello, Adam.
Hey, good morning, guys. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
So, hey, Greg, I just have a question real quick. So, I've worked out for a number of years, and, I'm kind of off and on, big, fat, in shape, not in shape type thing. Looking for just kind of a pretty steady regiment to keep some size. My bench is still about 315. I'm 50 years old, so I'm still pretty strong. I got, pull downs, back, shoulders, all that good stuff is pretty strong still, but just something to maintain so I could actually see it. You know what I mean? Instead of having my belly covered up. Now, I'm not hugely grotesque or anything like that. You know what I mean? I'm just, I got some meat on my bones, I guess you could say. But I'm just looking for something to help maintain just a normal regiment. Is that something that you do as well?
yes. When it comes to a normal regiment and those kind of lifts, appreciate all the detail. When you're lifting that heavy, you're probably taking long breaks and not burning excess calories at those workouts because you're lifting like a football player, right? You're lifting big weights and not very fast. I would definitely make some adjustments there, but for you to see the results of the hard work you put in the gym, it all comes down to the 80% you're doing in the kitchen. But yes, 100% we can build around that.
Is this correct? Should he want to see the results of what he's capable of now as opposed to like wanting to see the results from 20 years ago? You know how we can do, is that correct? Is that more logic? Or,
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
Okay.
I don't expect him to look like a 25-year-old, athlete, right?
I figured you didn't, but I feel like sometimes we do, right? In our mind, we're like, we want to look exactly like we did so long ago. And I was just wondering, like, maybe accurately that's not a good thing.
Yeah, I talk to people about this all the time, especially with weight goals. We say, hey, you can set your goal as far out as you want, 100 pounds lost or a 6-pack and shredded or whatever you want it to be. But what I always tell people is, hey, we're going to use measurements like weight, body measurements as data points along the way. And you may find that you are happy and comfortable at something short of your goal. And it allows you to do whatever. It allows you to bench press that, or it allows you to eat peanut butter cups. And, if that's where you want to be, cool, let's be there. But set the goal big.
Totally random question. How many douchebags do you have to deal with
Just one over here.
on a regular basis? At least you're a self-admitted douchebag.
Oh, Kyle.
I mean, you run into that a lot because you're so tolerant, and
I am very patient, Rob.
you are.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yes. I talk to a lot of different people, a lot. And sometimes it's big stories as far back as high school and then all the way up until what happens today. And then other times it's, digging for details. So it's a big range.
What is this MAP event that's happening on February 4th?
It's going to be awesome. Are you going to be there?
I think I'm co-hosting it. That was my understanding,
Mine too.
but but I don't know anything about it, which is really weird.
Man, that makes two of us. No, February 4th, we're going to have a huge rad/map event. We're going to host a big seminar, talk nutrition and fitness, and co-host.
So
It's gonna be great.
we're waiting for the final details, which we'll announce as soon as we get them done, and then will people sign up online, or how are we going to do that? We're going to do like free? Is it free? It's free tickets, or what do we do?
Free tickets. We will be limiting how many people can enter, right? I think we're going to keep it to somewhere around 100 people. And the goal is just to show you what we're capable of, teach you a little bit more in depth, allow people some personal attention that maybe aren't part of the members or calling in, and have a chance for them to meet us.
So at this point, it's just save the date for February 4th. Do we have a time ish?
11 a.m.
11 a.m. ish. Okay. And we will announce as soon as we know. But it'll be like an hour and a half of us just talking, you talking to them and answering questions and teaching them and stuff.
Yeah, and then we'll open up the floor and give some people time to dig a little deeper.
Okay. Save February 4th if that's at all interesting to you. As soon as we know, we'll announce it. It'll be like everything else, first come, first serve, but it'll be free. But if we can, I'm just going to throw this out there. we want to maybe broadcast it on Rad TV
Yeah, absolutely.
as well.
Oh.
Greg popped by. We talked about this a little bit a couple of weeks ago, and that's exactly what I was thinking. I think we should absolutely do the seminar on Rad TV like we did with the Shelby event.
Cool.
Yeah.
Are you warming up the crowd, Rob? Like, do a
Yeah, I'm the opening act. Yeah, I come
like some
out, I do
comedy?
10 minutes, and then I introduce Greg. What am I gonna do? What do I know? Like I'm the pinnacle of fitness.
Well, this might not be fitness related, but is this event catered? I'm just
Oh,
curious. Will there be
God.
food?
God's
What?
sakes.
My lord.
I am working on that
Catered.
because I mean it's hard to get me to an event without food and alcohol. So I understand that the rest of the world feels the same way. I said there's room for balance,
There'll
right?
be alcohol?
I'm planning on it.
Well, now I'm excited.
Yeah.
I mean, this was a work event. Now I'm like,
Now that you can talk about.
we got this note from Anthony.
Hi, Anthony.
Says, I'm a big guy and I'm tired of it. I have an almost 2-year-old and it's beginning to be a bit more of a struggle to keep up with her. My fiance probably feels like she's in the same boat. Is there anything we can start with to help the progress short of actually signing up? I'm the sole breadwinner and started taking college courses again, so time and money are pretty strapped. Any advice would be wonderful. We just want to finally get healthy and have a healthier relationship with wood since we both use it as a crutch. Okay, I don't know what that last sentence
Food,
meant.
maybe?
Yeah, it's too general for me to dive into it over the mic here, but do this, shoot me an email and I will get you a little personalized bullet list of what you can start doing. I actually just got an email. I should have forwarded it to you. I got an email that's someone who's lost almost 50 pounds based on some advice that we gave through an email after talking on the show. Yeah, and it's obviously been time going. His name is John, if he's listening, but yeah, absolutely amazing. So I'm happy to share the advice. That's easy.
That is so great.
I know.
All right, so and how they get a hold of you? What's the easiest way to get a hold of you?
I'm going to put my email out there, greg@trainwithmap.com.
So I got one more question for you, Greg. I went in this morning and there's like a construction zone going on. Are you building a sauna? Like what's going on in the at that map today?
I've been doing a lot on the back end, but it's not a sauna. It's just an outdoor shed. So what we are doing is upgrading our facilities. So I'm moving all of the storage stuff outside so that I can split our current shower room into a shower and then a changing room. And then we're adding a secondary shower and a water fountain as well.
Hell yeah! All right.
Pedal down.
A
yeah.
shower there. I mean, it's nice. It
love
would be nice
that.
to have another room. Heck yeah.
We're a small gym, so I hate having to tell people like, yeah, we have a hot shower, it's clean and it's high pressure and it's also the storage room. Like I hate telling people that, so I'm
Yeah,
fixing the
oh, I'm
problem.
So let's circle all the way back then, because people that are just tuning in or kind of casually listening,
It's a
like,
big deal.
oh yeah, I got to join the gym. Okay, so you have the gym, but you also have with the 2020 Me Challenge, there's the remote thing. Anybody, anywhere in the world, literally listening to us, can be part of this. They don't have to go to your gym. But let's start first with your gym is 24 hours. Like Kyle's going there at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Like you can go anytime. And people just walk in. They I guess you give them a code or whatever, and they can get in and work out. So we'll start there. You got that, and that's in Roseville, California.
Yep.
Okay. So and it's full service and everything's there. Like you just walk in and the weights and the bones and the machines.
And the
yeah,
music.
everything. Yeah, and we leave it pretty open ended on the music too, so Spotify's just there for you to jam out.
But you could also sign up with Greg and do everything. He could send you workouts.
Yeah.
And your food and all of that, and you never have to step foot.
Yes, I was stepping to that next.
Well, I just wanted to, because it's so
That's why I
important.
started with
That's like
the
a
gym.
big deal.
I was
Get to
thinking,
it, Rob.
You know,
next,
for
I know.
people.
I apologize, Brandon, that
There
I'm not
was a
moving on
long pause.
Dawn's schedule here. But yes, the next thing would be people also never have to go near your gym. Some can't. Somebody in Florida is like, well, that doesn't work for me, but you can still help them. Right, Dawn?
Yeah, and after this, we'll get more questions. So no matter where you are, I promise we can help. Even if it's like a cultural meal plan, we'll figure it out.
And what is, remind everybody again what the 2020 Me Challenge is.
It's really simple. It is a 6-week challenge that you can earn entirely for free, and we'll credit the money back to you as long as you hit your goal, stay accountable, and don't ignore my messages. It's amazing.
Go to trainwithmap.com/radradio. Hello there, Chris. Good morning.
Morning, guys.
What's up?
Hey, Greg. My wife has a pretty severe thyroid disorder, and she's struggled with her weight for years. She's 55, so she's a little bit older. But is that something that you guys could help kind of regulate, or not regulate, but kind of game plan for her to make it a little easier on her to drop that weight? 'Cause it's always been one of her goals to do, but it's just been a constant struggle.
Yeah, absolutely. So when it comes down to thyroid issues, it is incredibly popular in a bad way, which is unfortunate to have those kinds of thyroid issues or have a thyroid removed. And this is where I never say supplements are mandatory, but I would say for her, they probably are, because she's going to need help from a hormone balance perspective, even if she's prescribed something right now. So a multivitamin, maybe an essential fatty acid, which we have both. And then obviously getting into a routine where she will be a little bit more restricted on her food, because packaged foods and things of that nature that have preservatives are really going to hinder her fat burning, but absolutely something we can build on.
What is this thyroid thing? This is something we've heard for decades, and a lot of people, it feels like, use it as an excuse. Oh, my thyroid, that's why I'm so fat. But there's a legitimacy to it as well.
There is, and it's really unfortunate because people will claim, oh, I can't lose weight, even though they were never consistent for more than 7 days, so they can't figure out why. It's true. It's a little aggressive, but it's totally true. So they go to whatever facility, I'm not going to call anybody out, that they test for thyroid hormones, in which case they only test for one of the many that need to be produced for it to work properly, so then they deem themselves, I have an improper thyroid. But realistically, it's completely controllable. You are just a little bit more restricted. You can't go to fast food. You can't eat chips every day and expect your body to work the same way as yours or mine. But it's something you can work around.
So we're gonna do the MAP training festival, or whatever we're calling it, on February 4th. do you know? I just don't have this stuff memorized. Brandon probably knows better than I do because he runs my company. Are you back before then? Are you coming back to the show before then? Is
Brandon?
Is Greg scheduled to be back before February 4th?
I'm looking.
I think the second. I think I'm here the second.
Here's the reason I bring it up. Is the last time you were on, we had the nurse, the doctor, who wrote in and caused quite a stir, and you gave quite a response. We've heard from her again.
Oh.
I did not have time to get it ready for today. It was over the break, but I want to make sure that we revisit that the next time you're on. And I will send you a copy of what she sent so that you can prepare your response yet again.
You just put up a movie trailer and told me it's going to be ready in like 5 years, man.
Exactly.
Like, come on.
Hey, I'm Netflix, man. Right? Right? Squid Game 2 is coming when? We all know it's coming, but when?
Greg is back with us on February 1st, Wednesday.
First. Yes. All right. And then we're doing our thing on the 4th. That sounds like a Saturday if my math is right.
It is a Saturday.
All right. Very good. Anything else you want to mention?
No, it's amazing. Everyone always asks when they're going to start, how they're going to start, and then they pretend they're going to go sit on their rocking chair and think about it, and you're not. You're going to get distracted a million times over and then be sitting here this time next year wondering why you never got anything done. So think about what's going to get you out of bed when it's cold, dark, rainy, and your legs hurt, and that's going to be the reason you sign up today. Get it done.
That is Greg from trainwithmap.com.